out today by myself because I finally got my car back. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go. I had to do some stuff, but after I was done with what I had to do, I took a nice drive down the highway. It was like an hour-long drive. I just went down the highway, and then I went to the game store that I usually go
Mhm.
to. And I started looking around, and I was like, I for some reason I really, really want to play a Monster Rancher game. Like, deathly, I really want to play it, but there's there weren't any there, and the the one that I remember being the best was Monster Rancher 4, and I'm looking on eBay, and the cheapest I can find it is like $50.
Oof.
Ugh.
Yeah, so
Cough, cough, emulator, cough, cough.
I mean, maybe I'm thinking about it, but
What did it come out on?
PS2.
Yeah, I mean there are ways in which to play PS2 games on a reasonable PC.
I guess so. I mean, I've done some I don't know exactly how legal this is. But I'm
Not
still
not
gonna talk
very.
about it. No,
Yeah, not at all.
No. I'm gonna.
It's disgusting,
no,
actually,
no.
that you would even talk about this.
I'm talking about something slightly different. I have used a PS1 emulator to run my PS1 discs.
That's
on my
actually
PC.
completely.
That's how you're
Yeah.
supposed to do it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Alright,
it is.
I guess. but-
supposed to, maybe not, but legally, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
All right. Well, yeah. Like I did stuff like that, and that's like interesting, and that's probably I don't know. That might be how I end up LPing PS1 games instead of using my PS3 because the Elgato that I was thinking about getting like an HD one, but I guess because it's 1080p, and I guess the PS3 only goes to 720,
Yeah.
so you
No.
can't use it.
I thought it went to
I-
1080.
I think don't most PS3 games though just run at 720? Like
Yeah, and it. I don't know if it upreses to your
I don't
TV
know.
or if the games just only run at.
I think
720.
I think
I
they
Ask me
do
anything
run at
about
720, I
resolutions.
think.
I couldn't tell you. All I know is that I looked at the Elgatos and it said this one runs 1080p and it's for PS4, Xbox One, Wii U, any 1080p thing. And then there was another one that was just like, this can run everything, but it's only at 720.
You might as well just do that.
I mean, I
Honestly.
guess, but like, I don't
You
know.
could always upgrade to 1080p, but if that does
Yeah,
everything,
it's a better starting point.
That's the better buy. And
I guess so.
like, come on, it's YouTube
Mhm.
encodes. Like,
Yeah, you're
you're not really getting everything out of it anyways. So
Yeah.
I feel like
I
that
mean-
top of the line one, I feel like that is being advertised for Xbox One and PS4, like current gen stuff, because that's kind of the, not the top of the line, but it's kind of the newest one that's being rolled out, you know?
yeah,
And that's the
Yeah.
one that a lot of people are going to grab for because they have PS4s and they have Xbox Ones. But that kind of all around one, it sounds like it would be better if you have a lot of consoles to plug in and out of, like your
Sure.
PS3.
I mean, yeah, I have all kinds of dumb shit that I want to play, so.
I'd say get
Yeah.
that one, and I bet they just, like Devin was saying, like I bet that's just because that one's more
Yeah.
expensive.
Maybe.
The 1080 one. So
I mean, yeah, like I wanna get something that might be able to capture like PS2 or something because I was like I said I was looking through PS2 games and I found like the Da Vinci Code and I was like,
Oh,
oh boy,
what?
we should fucking do a ride the
We
rail of
should.
this garbage.
Absolutely.
Like,
Please.
ah man, I would spend $3 on really shitty PS2
Mm-hmm.
games.
you get
Just-
to be Tom Hanks.
Yeah, you could play. I just remember the X Play review of that game because all they did was they made fun of how the museum guards just continuously said, "Would you like to have that supersized?" Like over and over when they were trying to punch
What?
you.
Oh yeah, because it's the famous McDonald's that's in the
Yeah.
Louvre. I always
Yeah,
forget
I
about
guess
that
so.
one.
Are they riffing on the fact that he's American? Is that what they're trying to do?
I have no idea. I just remember that they were making fun of that in the X Play review. I don't know. There's only a couple of things I remember from X Play, and that's one of the things. The other one was from some anime RPG they were making fun of, and I just remember that a character kept saying "hot stuff coming your way," and so for the rest of the episode, like Adam Sessler would just pop up and say "hot stuff coming your way," and I was like, "All right, thanks everyone," and yeah.
God, now I want you, John, to have a catchphrase that's that dumb. Could you imagine if John just constantly said hot stuff coming your way?
Hot stuff coming your way!
Just like, and nobody acknowledged it. It was just something that happened.
And just enter the room. Hot stuff coming your way! And
A
there's
laugh
just
track.
like a light, like, not even a laugh track, just like really light applause, like golf claps happen. Like,
Yes.
people are just being polite. Like, they don't actually.
They're not
think it's
hooting and
funny. They're just
hollering.
like, oh, yeah, they're just like, oh, there he is, alright.
Yeah, well, it would be great. Like, just in the middle of a ride the rails you're not even on. Just you sitting in the background, not saying anything, and then eventually you say that when there's this brief moment.
And the golf claps. But then
Yep.
like Niall shows up and like he doesn't even have a catchphrase and there's just like fucking oh my god. Like everyone else gets like incredible applause, but for me it's just like, oh yeah.
John's here.
Yeah, okay. Right. I guess he's got to be.
Yeah, just like in real life.
You know, I don't think he ever leaves. I think he sleeps on the couch. Yeah.
So, hey everybody, and welcome to episode 96 of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. I'm your host, John Machonsky. With me, I just saw Niall tweeting out just, quote, hot stuff coming your way, at John Machonsky. Jesus. But no, yeah, I'm your host, John Machonsky. With me this week are Michael,
Hello.
Devin, and Niall.
Hello.
I'm glad you three are on here. This is gonna be I think this is gonna be a good episode. I got a good feeling.
I hope this is a really boring episode now.
Yeah.
It totally will be, because it's a boys club episode.
Oh, boys club.
Boys
Whatever,
night.
those are the best. Those are
Yeah.
the best ones.
You sure?
Well, we have a really bad track record of actually getting these ones out, so you know.
Yeah, that's true. And you know, I'm kind of slacking on my hosting duties because I'm still looking at eBay listings. Because now I started thinking about other games that I played as a kid, and I was like, oh fuck, Digimon World, and that is $60 on PS1.
Jesus.
I own that.
Fuck.
That's one of those games that needs to be released. Is there some sort of downloadable version yet, or they need to get that?
Legally?
No, I mean,
Yes,
No.
like-
they should put that out on PSN.
Yes.
Especially because they're putting out that new Digimon Cyber Sleuth game out over here.
Is that the fighting game?
No, they put out the fighting game.
Yeah, that
game
was
was
terrible.
Garbo. But
Yeah.
there's that Digimon Cyber Sleuth game. It's like some detective fighting, like RPG thing. I don't really know too much about it. The only reason why I'm excited about it is the composer is the Danganronpa composer. So I'm just like I'm straight up probably gonna get that game just because the music's gonna be good. But I've heard interesting things about it anyway. Just it seems like an alright RPG. So you know, if it's just a pretty good RPG with good music, that's fine.
If there's anything we need more of, it's okay RPGs.
Yeah. There isn't like
Yep.
fucking 5,000 of them on Steam or anything. And they're
I
all
didn't
made
mean-
with
I didn't-
RPG Maker.
I didn't mean just okay. I meant like it's pretty solid, like a good RPG for the Vita. It's on the Vita, like that. That seems
Yep, the
like
Vita has no RPGs as it is.
Nope.
an actually good one with something new with it, something different.
You mean like Persona 4 Golden, which had like tons of new stuff in it?
You know what?
Or
Y'all need to fucking stop
or
being mean.
you know.
Because I'm just trying to say that I'm a little interested in this game, and I think it might be okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping being mean.
Okay.
Boy, I missed this for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, now we're expressing ourselves healthily. We're asking for, you know, we're letting each other know when things are going wrong, right, Niall?
Shut up!
This is like the worst opening we've done in months. This is terrible.
Okay.
It's all John, too.
It is
Yeah.
on me.
It's all
Maybe
of
you
it.
shouldn't lead the cold opens, John, because this
Fuck!
is kind of
I just wanted to talk about Digimon World.
Well, you could have probably focused on that and then said, "Hey, remember that time you Mega Evolved and the Poop Mega Evolved too?"
I mean,
No, I
yeah,
didn't get far in Digimon World. I need to go replay it.
No, I remember that. I mean, I haven't played it since I was a kid, but I remember if your Digimon poop too much out on the field instead of in the turlet, it would evolve into Numamon, which was the green guy that threw his own poop. But then if you kept letting it poop outside of the toilet, it turned into Sukamon, which was the yellow poop-looking one. And then if you kept doing it, but then also like raised his attack all the way up, it would turn into Metal Sukamon, and it was actually really good.
I hope you
Games
never
are
describe.
underrated.
Yeah, I hope you never describe a metal poop as actually good ever again in your life.
I mean, I just meant like battle-wise, not like good.
Yeah.
Good times.
Anytime you walk into a battle and you deploy metal poop, you have won. That is ultimate scare tactics right there.
Metal poop?
So is this how we're gonna transition into Michael talking about the game that you played recently? Is that how you want to do this?
If you want, I was going to talk about Disney World, but whatever.
Fuck! God damn it!
If
Talk about Disney.
If you want to skip things, if
No,
you want
I
to be
don't wanna
poor
skip
transitioning,
things. I thought it was a good transition.
it was all right.
I thought it was a good transition.
Yeah.
And now you're just ruining it by wanting to talk about things logically.
Mm-hmm. Like we normally do.
Like
I guess
we
things
normally
changed in the past week. Since when I wasn't on, things just went to hell.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Just
I'll leave it to you. You're the host. You tell me what we're discussing, and we will discuss it.
okay, Michael. What do
Yeah.
you want to talk about?
No, I literally said the opposite. Literally.
Why don't you? You want to talk about? Want to talk about Disney?
Sure.
Go for it.
Disney's pretty cool.
Talk about it. What happened? Where'd you go?
I went to Disney World, the Walt Disney World Resort.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Yeah.
Thanks.
What'd you do? What exactly did you get up to down there?
I had gone like a couple months ago, and because I hadn't been to any of the Disney stuff since I was maybe in high school was the last time, and I only went for like half a day with my aunt and uncle, so I haven't actually been since I was a kid. Even though I live, as you know, John, it's like a half an hour car. Well, you're probably like a half an hour away. I'm like an hour away or so.
From what, Disney?
Yeah.
I'm an hour or so.
No, I'm like an hour and 5 minutes. But so yeah, I went a couple months ago and went to like the Magic Kingdom and what used to be MGM, and this time I went to Epcot and Animal Kingdom.
Nice.
Yeah, and Epcot's pretty dope for as like what sounds like a terrible place, especially when you're a kid. Like it's a place that has fake countries in it, and you can drink. Like as a kid, that doesn't sound fun.
Yeah,
But-
Epcot is very much the go here when you're an adult place.
Yeah, you will appreciate it more, and it'll actually be fun. You can have like a couple adult beverages.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had a couple adult beverages. But the fun part of that is they actually have, like when you go into Mexico, they have like, of course they have gift shops, but a lot of it's made in Mexico.
Neat.
When I went into Japan, like they had a bunch of dope ass Japanese food, like Pocky or like those little panda bears filled with chocolate.
The Hello Pandas, I think they're called.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
they're
were great.
really good. They're really good.
Yeah,
Those are tasty, yeah.
those are really cheap too. Those are like $2. I had one of the marble drinks.
Oh,
I think they're just
the ramen.
ramen.
I think
Yeah.
yeah. I had one of those. It took me a while to figure out what the fuck to do, but I figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
That was okay. That for what it is, that's fine.
They're not worth the effort.
No.
No,
There's,
not
there's
all.
not much in the bottles either. Like,
Yeah.
you get through it real quick.
Mm-hmm. It was fine for like I'm drinking this thing in a hotel room, and God, I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. Oh, it's only 11:30. Oh well. And then I had probably the best thing, even though it did not taste that good, a Boss coffee drink.
Oh shit.
Like what's his name from Men in Black? Not Will Smith drinks.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a Tommy Lee Jones Boss energy drink.
There you go.
He was not on it, which disappointed me.
Did you have it cold or did you have it warm?
Cold.
Cold, okay.
I put it in a refrigerator overnight and drank it in the morning so that I could survive Disney. I thought about drinking it warm, like just buying, because all their drinks, everything was just out. There weren't refrigerator units or anything.
Yeah.
Probably because they never thought that one day they would be selling Japanese drinks in the store. But so everything was warm, and I thought, like, I should just drink this. I'm fucking tired. Even though it was only the second day, I was tired. But I withheld and then just drank more alcohol. I actually had a coffee at France.
Huh.
So they actually had video game stuff there. They had a lot of anime stuff as well, which kind of surprised me. Like, I would not think Disney would be that aware or would be willing to sell a bunch of Pokemon stuff.
That was the one thing that I remember as a kid was, like, I went to Epcot when, like, for a school trip, and I just remember, like, oh, Japan's the only place I'm actually interested in going in because they had Pokemon cards, and that was really it.
I bought Pokemon cards.
Fucking A.
But they had plushies of Pokemon. They had all the action figures. They had a bunch of, like, expensive Gundam figures, which I almost bought, but I didn't really recognize any of them. And then they had like a bunch of other anime stuff, like anime, Bleach, like animes you would recognize, anybody would recognize if they knew anything about anime. And they even had like some Mario stuff and some Legend of Zelda stuff. So that was a little weird. Like, I don't know. I didn't expect that to be there. So I saw that. I was like, this is strange.
I think given how lateral Disney has become in buying so many different properties, it's no surprise that they would have this kind of merchandise. And, like, I think someone was smart enough in Disney to say, hey, these kids kind of like that anime shit, right? Like, we could sell that and, like, upprice it because it's here in Disney, right?
It's not even that uppriced. Like, nothing at Disney is that crazy expensive beyond, like, the hotel rooms and the tickets. But, like, everything was about MSRP, I would say. Like, that was when you look at something and you go, well, this is $40 everywhere else. It's $50 here. That's the Disney markup, is like, no, this is never going to go on sale. So that's the only difference.
Mm-hmm.
And some of their own, like, Disney-fied, like, to get a plush Mickey Mouse, you're probably going to pay a couple extra dollars than a plush Pikachu because it's fucking Mickey. So, which is exactly what happened when I paid for my Mickey Mouse, is I paid a little bit extra. But yeah, Japan was fun.
Mm-hmm.
All the countries are kind of fun. Canada was a little lame. The United Kingdom was a little lame.
Yeah.
Also, in the United Kingdom,
I know where this
was a little bit of Ireland. Which, when I pointed that out to my girlfriend, she was like, that's not shocking to her. And she was like, yeah, I was like, that's really offensive to most of Ireland.
Yeah, it is. But I've kind of gotten, like, used to, at this point, people in the United States not knowing that we're independent.
Separate.
Yeah.
I think it's not that people assume, like, you're part of England, right? It's more like you're all this, like, whatever. You're on this set of islands. You're practically the same anyways. It would be like if somebody confused me with a Canadian, or vice. I bet Canadians get confused with Americans all the time.
Probably.
And they're just like, yeah, we're neighbors, so whatever.
Yeah, I think, though, like, it's, like, there's nothing super offensive about me mixing up a Canadian accent with an American accent. Like, there isn't...
We didn't invade Canada and rule them for a while.
Yeah, there isn't, like, hundreds of years of, like, attempted, cleansing, let's say. There isn't that history there, so... it is.
Well, don't worry, because they sell Guinness shirts at Epcot. So.
Oh, great, wonderful, yeah, great.
I mean, everything there, like, is incredibly, like, just, like, on the nose.
Yeah, I would expect it to be.
Yeah, even America, like, the whole thing is like a horseshoe shape for anybody who's never been or looked it up. Mm-hmm. It's like a big horseshoe around a lake.
Okay.
And on one side you can start on Canada, on the other side you can start on Mexico. and it'll go all the way around, and you'll end up on the opposite side. So if you start in Canada, you'll go around the horseshoe, end up in Mexico, vice versa. And in the middle, at the bottom of the horseshoe, it's America, and then everything else is spread out in between. We started in Mexico, and we sat down. We had like some chips and guacamole and some something else. Like I can't remember what it was. Just like some snack. And I essentially snacked my way through Epcot because that's the way to go. From Mexico, you can hear this loud ass fucking music and bass. And I didn't know what it was at first. So then we went from Mexico to Norway, and then from Norway to China. And it was about at China when I realized, oh, I know where all this music's coming from, and I know why I can hear it every fucking where. Because Epcot is truly a great representation of the world. All this loud-ass fucking music is coming from America. So no matter where you are in the World Showcase of Epcot, fucking America's blaring its shitty-ass music. All you hear is the bass. And all these places have their own music. So when you go into China, you start hearing more Chinese music. When you go into France, you start hearing typical French music. And then, like, no matter where you are, like 45 minutes at a time, there's some band playing in America really fucking loudly. So, good on you, Epcot. I don't know if that's some stinging satire or if it's just typical American, like, unwillingness to recognize how fucking idiotic we're being. But that was Epcot, and I went to Animal Kingdom the next day, and I had a lot of fun. It was really fucking exhausting, and by the end of it, I'm always on edge, anxiety-wise, but overall, it's fun.
I'm glad you had fun.
Yeah.
It's like a real good time. I'm a little jealous that you got to go. I haven't been in a real long time, but
it's fun. It's worth getting like the Florida little year-long band thing that you can get if you intend on going a handful of times. It's worth getting.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as we briefly mentioned during the heinous opening, you've been playing a game that we have talked to death. So, would you like to throw your hat into the ring about Phantom Pain just a little bit?
Sure. I'm about 24 hours into Phantom Pain.
Okay.
Let me look at what mission is next. The next mission I have to do is mission 16, which is the truck mission out of the airport
Mission
thing.
Suck shit.
Yeah. I've done... Oh, this guy's sneaking up on me. Oh, no, he's going back. Okay. I have done a ton of side ops. Like, I extracted like the legendary gunsmith again and yet again.
So that was real pretty, this time.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
It was pretty good.
So I'd say I'd done about maybe 15 or 20 of side ops or so. I really fucking like this game, and you people are wrong for not liking this game.
You need to play a couple more missions.
That's fine. You know, you might be right that, and again, like I've tried the truck mission where you have to find this truck being escorted by tanks. I've tried it like twice, and I realized that I just need to equip myself differently. And I don't entirely love some of the R&D stuff and like the resource management stuff. I don't love that. I think it's interesting. And I don't, and there have been a couple missions where I just get frustrated and I had to bang my head against it until I figure it out or figure out a way that works for me. But all those lows, and again, like you said, I'm you guys have talked about certain missions being a pain in the ass, and I haven't gotten there yet. But what is fucking there is incredible. Like, and I come back to having just played Far Cry 4, and then playing this. And Far Cry 4 being an open-world stealth action game, and this being somewhat of an open-world stealth action game, and all the amazing things this just does with that concept, and then lays upon building your mother base, the weird resource management, the weird, like, collectibles, the fucking a dog that scouts shit for me, and, like, I'm fucking running across the desert with a dog in a sneaking suit, and I have a scarf on for some reason. I have a magic cigar that fast forwards time. Like, This fucking game is dope as hell. And you guys are crazy. And Quiet is still disgusting. And she's terrible on missions.
I mean, yeah, I finally figured out some stuff because I listened to you did the same thing, I think, Michael, where I actually listened to that Bombcast episode where they talked about Metal Gear for most of it.
Yeah, for like an hour.
Yeah, because I skipped that one because I was like, oh, I'm worried they're going to talk about some actually big spoilers, but they didn't. They, like, at the time that episode was out, I'm like right there too.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel stupid that I didn't figure out how to do the truck mission like Jeff Gersman did, but then I'm just like, well, how would I know? And then at the same time, also, I didn't know how to like manage Quiet at all. Like, they don't really tell you how to do that.
Yeah, this game has problems. Like, I'm not saying it's perfect.
It has a really bad tutorialization problem, or just like about explaining itself.
Yeah, like a lot of it's bad, and like how a lot of the stories kind of regulated to cassettes, or at least I assume. I haven't been listening to them.
No, it is. It is mostly relegated to the cassettes.
I mean, basically, but I mean, like, there isn't even really that much story to begin with.
Not
it's
really,
just like you, even if you don't listen to the cassettes, you basically understand everything that's going on because it's just like, okay, yeah, there's this cutscene where I'm just gonna where this.
There are some minor spoilers ahead. I don't plan on spoiling anything big because guess what? I don't think there's anything to fucking spoil.
There's nothing to fucking spoil.
No,
like
nothing happens.
There's been a million trailers. Who cares? Like the scene where Ocelot is sitting there, like torturing Huey. Like, you get everything that you would pretty much get out of the cassettes out of that. Like, it's just Huey saying, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Skullface forced me to do this. And then when you listen to the cassettes, it's just Huey, like, going into detail about what what he did for Skullface. And even then, it's still basically the same information. You just get, like, it's a little more elaborated. And if you're so interested in, like, the psychology of why Skullface is doing what he's doing, like,
that sounds like stuff. That sounds like stuff that's great for Metal Gear fans who are going to be listening to this cassette tapes anyway.
Yeah,
but
basically.
For somebody like us, where I listened to like one or two of those, is like I don't give a shit about any of this. And if you want this stuff to be important, giving me these like first three that suck, I'm not going to listen to any others. You should have made this like you should have pointed out that I should listen to these because the first couple are just shit. Yeah. So it's like I'm not going to listen anymore. Yeah. I'm not going to waste my time.
Yeah, because it's just them like giving backstory and like being like, this is why Afghanistan is the way it is right now.
Yeah, and I mean, like, they mark the ones that are like, if you're going to listen to any, they mark the ones that are anyway important as gold.
Oh, they like okay.
Like,
yeah, they do that
the
with
ones
missions.
that like are marked gold are ones that
story.
Yeah, have some kind of, you know, story context to the cassette. Otherwise, or even just that track on the cassette, because sometimes you'll have like 3 tracks on a cassette and one will be gold and the other 2 won't be. So you can just get by listening to those, or you don't need to listen to them anyway, because like it's basically just like it is almost fan service stuff, you know. Like there's nothing in there that if you are not like one of these hardcore Kojima nuts who like thinks the guy shits gold, then you won't really care or get much out of him. Like you could definitely
but like all that stuff aside, and like this game comes down to 3 things, and it's the weirdness, like the weird story, how it's kind of there but kind of not, and how Quiet's design is weird, but also there's a fucking dog with an eye patch. Like there's that stuff. Then there's the weird like resource management, the weird FOB stuff, which I haven't unlocked just yet. There's that stuff. Yeah, it's like level 22 or something. It's like mission 22, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's when they first introduced it, and then I think you got to wait a few more missions, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay. And then like what the best part of this game is the action part. It's when you're in the field, when like, and I feel like it's a lump of clay. It is a sandbox. It is just sort of How do you like to go through things? All right, go have fun with it. And it's just sort of, when I first used quiet, and I had to ask Niall, like, how do you use quiet? And she scouted stuff for me, and I thought, wow, she is a shit scout. Like, the D-Dog is so much better. I was trying to rescue a prisoner, like, and that's just something that happens a lot in this fucking game, is you have to go rescue a prisoner. And I didn't know where the prisoner was, but I was in this base. I was at the very top of this base, where nobody goes, but there were a lot of people, like, really close to me. So I just kind of was about to be found, or was close to being found, and I needed to get out. And I just looked at a guy through my my binoculars, and I said, "Kill that guy." And she kills him, and then everyone just gets distracted and starts shooting wildly in the direction she is. So they all look away from me, and so like some sort of badass, I just walk through this base, pointing at guys like, "Kill that guy, kill that guy." Like, oh, that guy's kind of close. I'll hold him up. All right, where's the prisoner? All right, I'll let him go to sleep. Here's the prisoner. Oh, I can't leave this hut because there's a guy outside. Hey, quiet. Kill that guy. And I just leave the hut and like, oh, that guy's close. She'll probably shoot down this balloon. Hey, quiet. Kill that guy. And Fulton the balloon and just walk out, and they're still trying to kill quiet. Like that stuff where it's like I just kind of bullshitted my way through that mission, but I felt like I knew what I was doing. Like I felt like the entire time my plan was to use quiet. And it's like, no, I fell into this, and that's pretty cool. Like that, it just every time that something like that happens, which I feel like eventually every mission something like that happens, or every other mission or so, I just feel like a badass. Like I feel more like Snake than I have in any of the other games, or more like Big Boss, or they're the same fucking person anyways. But like I actually feel like a person, you know, who's sneaking through stuff and is better than all these different soldiers. And the game throws little curveballs at you, like suddenly everyone has a helmet. But you can use your, you can send that little attack team out on little missions, and they'll bring you back rewards. And one of them is to disrupt the shipment of helmets. Yeah. So if you hate all those helmets, which I fucking knock everyone out, it's like, all right, well, I'm going to disrupt the shipment of helmets. Or I can't find any guys who are good and I can't recruit them. Oh, well, here's a side thing where I don't have to do it. My guys will go do it, and they'll get a bunch of C-level guys for me, and done. I just have to wait 9 minutes while I go and do something else. Like all that stuff. It's just there's so much stuff in that game that it clearly was designed to work together, and when it doesn't, it's really a shame, and it is really like halting to how you feel and how the game works. But I'd say 75 to 85% of the time it's working, and it's just amazing. Like it just feels like it's I don't know. It just feels incredible. Especially having just played Far Cry 4, which is a great game. And like how that made me feel like really fluid. This makes me feel like I know what I'm doing at all times. Even when I'm fucking panicking and running around and like, oh, that guy sees me. Like, no, he doesn't. He thinks he sees me. But I'm over here, and now I'm going to interrogate him, like all that. It just empowers the player like a ton. So that's how I feel about this game.
Well, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are wrong.
No, like, the stuff that you describe is the best part of that game. It's just, there's a couple of missions, like the ones that I'm doing, that are a lot more rigid and don't really let you, kind of smudge your way through it. And
yeah, there is like straight up 5 or 6 missions in that game that are just like unobjectively like just poor game design. Like and like you talked like about how when stuff doesn't work, it is very noticeable, and like it feels very halting. And those 5 or 6 missions feel like that. Like they feel like they're stopping you in your tracks. Like they're not well designed to be difficult. They're just like them throwing shit at you, and it feels like you're not in control of what you're doing, and
Sure.
Like it feels like it's difficult for the sake of being overly difficult, as opposed to like trying to give you an intelligent piece of like a puzzle almost to solve. Like like there's one mission, I think it's the one John is on at the moment, where you have to go into an area, and like I cleared out the entire camp that I was going into. I destroyed like the anti-air radar because I knew like I'd seen enough people talking about that mission in particular as being like really poorly designed that I was like, okay, I'm gonna kill everyone in this encampment. I'm gonna destroy the anti-air radar, and then I can just call Pequod in and go. So I go in, do that, and I go to trigger the cutscene, let's say, and then the cutscene starts me on like a completely different path, like in another encampment, and I'm like, great, that's like that fucking sucks. Like, you know, like
yeah. They basically go, oh, you have to walk down this riverbed now. That's because we're sending Pequod at the end of this riverbed, and there's a bunch of dudes there, and there's also a fucking helicopter patrolling up and down the riverbeds, and you have to babysit these characters, and it's just fucking dreadful. Like because no, like who fucking cares? They're kids. You have to watch kids.
They're child soldiers. Like that's not spoilers. Like hey, that was like in the first trailer.
That was in a bunch of trailers. You have to babysit these child soldiers, and it's like it's just fucking impossible because
they don't listen.
You basically have to inchworm your way forward. What you have to do is you have to like go just far enough away from them. You have to tell them like stay here. You have to go just far enough away so that way you can take care of whatever enemies are in front. But if you go too far, then the command like wears off and the kids just start walking by themselves and they'll just walk right in front of dudes without even like thinking about stopping or hiding.
And you have to pick one kid who's injured up and carry him with you. So you have to kind of drop him, go forward, come back for him, like. And you have a fucking helicopter right above your head, so like
yeah.
But I have a gold helicopter that every time it comes plays Final Countdown.
Yeah, I found the novelty of the helicopter coming in and playing Take on Me. Like I found that, you know, kind of waned after about 20 minutes. You know, like
Niall, I don't know because I have been having my helicopter come in playing She Blinded Me with Science since I got the game, and that has legitimately not stopped being funny.
Well, like, to me, what really started making me go, like, okay, I'm gonna make it stop playing these songs is that it plays the songs louder than it plays dialogue going into story missions, so you can't hear what you're actually being told, which kind of
I always turn on subtitles.
Oh, yeah, I had subtitles on too, but like it's just something that kind of annoys me. Like it's poor sound mixing. I guess that's sort of
sure.
You might be a little more sensitive to that.
Yeah,
we are maybe.
Yeah, but like it's the kind of thing that just annoys me, and I just kind of went, okay, you know, this was funny at first, but you know, it doesn't really add as much as I would like it to, so I took it off.
I think it's just a like that is again that weirdness that when it's quiet it's really fucking disgusting, but most of the time it's just this weird like yeah, of course you can have a gold helicopter, why not? Yeah, when you customize your vehicles you can make them look like zebras. Yeah, sure, whatever. Like just and then like the weirdest stuff like of course you can customize all your weapons. It's like really, why? Well, I guess I can give myself a different barrel and a different stock. Well, what does it change? This one, nothing. Oh yeah, there's nothing different about it. Like, well, then why can I do it? Because it's Metal Gear. Like, some of that stuff is just weird, but when you get into it, it's like, okay, I'm kind of glad I can do this. Like, no other game would do this because no other game would be that fucking insane to be like, yeah, you can customize every vehicle. Like, well, why? Like, why did you let me customize like the camo on these Jeeps? Like, I don't know, it's cool looking. Like, you're right. Thanks, Kojima. You're fucking right. Like, it's that stuff that has finally in a Metal Gear game like made sense to me. Like, it doesn't stand out of like, okay, this is a poor game to play. The cutscenes are kind of insane. I'm not 100% sure what's going on, and that lady is disgusting to look at because I feel disgusting to look at her. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm being like pandered to. But then, you know, this one, like, most of that stuff is just on quiet shoulders, and she's terrible. And I can just sit back and be like, all right, I'll never take her on a mission. Cool. Like, done. It's me and D-Dog through all this, and that'll be the weird stuff, and that's the stuff I get to experience. So for the first time, I actually feel like I am having fun with the Metal Gear and not enduring one.
Mm-hmm.
And then all that other stuff that I do have to endure just pales in comparison to, like, I remember how Metal Gear 3 was. That was shit. So this is great.
So you are at a pretty high point of the game, I feel like.
Yeah.
And
that's what I'm afraid of.
It's all downhill.
A little bit further. Yeah, and it becomes a slog. After the first credit roll, it just becomes tedious to a point, and it becomes like we were talking about this earlier. This feels like it is for people who absolutely have to get so much more squeezed out of this game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it adds a couple of more story tidbits here and there. There's remixed versions of the missions, which are kind of fun. But the ones that are numbered missions that advance the story become so threadbare and become so out of left field. Like the one that I'm currently stuck on and that I was forced into, Mission 45, it has nothing to do with any of the mechanics of this game. It throws out any stealth. It throws out any like real planning that you can do. You are stuck in the area and you are expected to finish this mission, and it is, I'm not going to say difficult, it is again tedious. And I feel like these were made to kind of be like extra challenges. But for
that
some
sounds
reason,
more like New Game Plus stuff.
And yeah, I would rather it be a New Game Plus kind of thing. I would rather them give you the option to kind of start over again and have all your unlocks and all your GMP and do it all over again and kind of like absorb it again and chew the fat on it again. But this is kind of just added on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But can't you replay missions at any time?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But they're so open, and like there's so many on that menu by the time you get to 40s and 50s, like there's no impetus for it anymore. Like when you were first unlocking those missions and a bunch of side ops opened up and all the developments were coming out like 5 at a time, it's, you know, it's like all blinking lights and fun. But then once you get to the end and things are really, really slowing to a halt, you start kind of seeing the cracks. And like I feel like getting to this point of the game is really only for people who desperately need more Metal Gear. Yeah. And to them I say, you should probably put this down once the credits roll again, and then wait for Metal Gear Online, and then hope that another series comes up and takes this place, because the end of this game is not good.
I mean, what end of any Metal Gear has been good? Like bombastic and crazy, sure, and after the credits roll, I guess the weird part is how this game is structured. Like that's the weirdest, oddest.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like we're not really commenting on the like actual quality of like the writing or the gameplay for the endings of these games, because I mean honestly, like for every other Metal Gear game, it's been consistent in gameplay and like structure. It's just the around the 2/5 mark of this game.
Very accurate fraction.
Yeah,
but that's about right. Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems to go it seems to run out of steam. It's like it's like this really fun roller coaster that all of a sudden starts putting the brakes on. And it's like, all right, well, no, we want to make sure that you have the full experience of the roller coaster, so we're going to slow things down a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll keep playing and see what I see. Because right now I think this game is incredible, and I think a good chunk of that game is like fantastic. But yeah,
there are some definitely.
I hear your guys' concerns, and I've certainly seen a lot of the complaints in our chats and elsewhere on other sites. But to me, even with that stuff, this game is still incredible and still like. We'll be talking about this in a couple months, kind of thing.
Definitely.
I don't see how this is not like top 10 material easily.
It's definitely easily top 10, easily like top 5 material. But like, it has its issues. Like, it is not the perfect game that major outlets were raving about it as being, or it is not the the messiah of video games. Like, it is flawed.
No. But it is like if you were to give it a score, this is a 5 out of 5 game. Like
I don't know. I was just thinking about this, and if I had to review it for our website, I may have to take a star off just because it expects you. Like that first credits roll, I think is for most people playing this game.
Then I would say then that's where that game ends.
Absolutely.
And then that's when you score the game. And then
I think
would
that
say
could get a
that's
5. Yes.
but
then,
anything
because
anything
that's the
after
credits
that,
roll.
like I think is a 4. Like I think if this game wasn't Metal Gear Solid 5, a Hideo Kojima game, we would have been seeing 8s and 9s and 4 out of 5s like left.
I
and
disagree.
Right.
Because I think it would have been structured differently, and I think the credits would have rolled, and I think everything after that would have been challenges.
Yeah, if that was
and,
what
and
it
nobody,
was, if
nobody like puts down Batman Arkham City because of its challenges. People go like, yeah, they're fun if you want to play them.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if that's what it was, absolutely. Like, I would have no problems with people giving it 5 stars or 10 out of 10. But as it is tacking these things on as and presenting them as no, this is part of the meat of the game. This is part of the story, and it does reach a point where it just is such a slog, and like it starts to make you like really like pine for the moments earlier on in that game, the first 2/5 of that game where it is really strong. But as you go on, it's just like, man, this is hard to keep playing. Like this is, like it wears on you. It overstays its welcome for sure. Like, and I think the point Devin makes is like perfectly legit. Like if that game ended at 31 and then gave you this like, list of stuff and like, hey, here's some extra content to the side, like actual side ops kind of things that have their own little self-contained stories, like you'd get in other games like Fallout or The Witcher or Skyrim or something like that. That would be like absolutely great. That would be perfect. But when it's presenting this stuff as part of the main narrative and the main story, that's where it kind of loses steam and runs out of focus for me.
Sure. I mean, I guess we'll really have this discussion in like December.
Sure, but like, yeah.
All right, well, I'm glad we had this good ass Metal Gear conversation for like this entire month.
We needed like one more, dude.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have another one probably at the end of the year. So there we go.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
Metal Gear versus Witcher 3.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Michael, did you play any other games?
Nope.
Okay. Let's move on to someone else. Devin.
Yeah.
How's your week gone, duder?
Man, it's been okay. I like I said, I'm at that point in Metal Gear Solid 5 where I may just put it down until like maybe a month later. Like,
sure.
But other than that, I'm still playing Borderlands, and I've been playing the pre-sequel because I really wanted to check it out. I kind of missed it when it first came out, and it doesn't have that same original dopamine hit that Borderlands 2 did for me.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
It seems obviously much smaller, which isn't the worst thing ever. I like a smaller sized Borderlands, but the draw that Borderlands normally comes with is not there at all. The pacing is so different, and the loot does not drop very well. By the time I got into Borderlands 2, things had been patched. They had released a lot of the DLC, and it was very easy to get good and interesting guns. Not just legendaries and uniques, but like at least higher level gear and enough variation to where you could keep wanting to pick up guns and opening chests, which is that entire game. The pre-sequel does not have that, and also it doesn't have the kind of story that I was expecting. They're doing their best to kind of put in between the two games, and they, obviously wrapped it around Handsome Jack because he was so popular, and for the first hour and a half of Borderlands 2, I liked Handsome Jack, and then not after that at all. So having an entire game wrapped around his finger is kind of not fun for me.
I gotcha.
And then they make your character bark back at dialogue because they thought that would be a fun idea. And it's never funny, and it gets annoying, and I just turned it off. And I do what I normally do and said my own things, which are actually funny, but no one can hear them. And it made me sad.
I'm so sorry, Devin.
So to mitigate this, I'm going to get my copy of Destiny from my old roommate.
No.
I know. This sounds bad. But, everything
No.
Let him finish the sentence. He might be selling it. He might be selling it.
I have a theory, and from everything that I've heard, the Taken King sounds like it adds plenty
No.
to Destiny.
Fuck!
But
I thought you were
everyone's
going to.
playing it.
I thought you were going to say that you were going to sell it. Never mind. Fuck you, Devin.
No.
No.
Banned. You're
I
banned from this website.
Yeah, get
I
out.
can't. Okay, this is my final appearance, guys. It was a great run. I enjoyed it.
It was.
Thank
It
you.
was once.
It was
Or twice,
no,
excuse me.
3 times. This is
Three
my
times,
third
yeah.
appearance. Thank you.
Three.
This is
Three
the
now.
third. Yeah.
3 now.
Third time's the charm. That's.
You'll get a
Yeah,
Destiny
do you guys
tattoo.
do you guys just literally threaten everyone with firing, or
Oh,
it's just been
absolutely.
me?
Yeah.
Okay. I felt a little special there because I was like, man, every time I have appeared on the website, someone has threatened me with some sort of get the fuck out. But now I don't feel so special. But I keep seeing people playing it and partying up and doing things. No, but like, look.
No.
Are you sure you don't just want to play with Dave Lang? Is that what you're doing? Because if that's the case, fucking...
That's terrible.
Okay, I've got a couple of people in that kind of pocket that I could be playing with. I won't name names, but it's people that I like talking with and are kind of in the games industry, and I like rubbing elbows, and if I've got to play Destiny to do that, so be it. I've done worse things in the name of moving up in the world. Okay,
I doubt it.
You don't know me, man. You don't know me. But actually, I was thinking about getting Disgaea 5, an actual good game.
All right. I mean, reviews have come out for that game. So...
It sounds good. It sounds very good.
I mean, sure, yeah.
And I need a JRPG right now.
Sure. What's I gonna say? I completely lost my train of thought. Someone came in my room.
Great.
But yeah, no. I'm interested to hear if the Taken King has actually changed Destiny into something that's not just awful, because
it was never that awful for me. I felt like it was very empty, and there were a lot of things missing. Yeah. But I think by the time that I got to the raids, and by the time that I got in with a good party, there was enough there to, keep me interested.
No.
We'll see. Yeah, I will give it the benefit of the doubt. I don't have to buy anything right now. Well, I will have to buy the Taken King. So, Bungie, you are getting money out of me, and I'm not too happy about it until I know I'm getting something out of it. But
Marty O'Donnell is shedding a single tear right now.
Damn.
I think he's okay right now.
Really? $95,000?
Yeah, I think he's all right with that good old pape.
Yeah.
He got something, and he got the recognition. Like, I think more importantly than winning that case and getting the actual residuals out of it, he got a sense of completion, and I think he will be able to move on from this. It's unfortunate that he can't continue to work with them and make things that were that big as, say, the Halo music, but I think he's got enough of a portfolio, and now he's kind of got a fun story to tell.
Oh yeah, just fucking gather up everyone during Parcheesi and just be like, guys, Bungie fucked me over.
Not really. They tried to fuck him over.
Or Activision tried to fuck them up.
It was very much Activision.
Everyone tried to fuck him over, kind of.
It sounded like to me that Bungie tried to fuck him over, and that Activision was just standing behind Bungie going like, yeah, all right, sure.
Okay, so it was a whole shadow organization, basically.
It was
Illuminati.
people... Yeah, there you go. It's the Illuminati.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
So
all that's out there.
Devin, is that all you played?
Yeah.
Is that all you played?
Is that all you play? Is
yeah,
this
only
what you do?
Only 92 hours of Metal Gear Solid 5. Not a lot of gaming in my life right now.
Is this all you do?
Pretty much. You're not including school and a full-time job and other ventures.
Oh, so that's it?
Usual spread.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, Niall.
Hey.
It's your turn. A, it's your turn because it's your turn, but B, also because I just realized I didn't get any news. So
nope, you didn't.
I did not do that because I was just too excited to start talking about fucking Monster Rancher or whatever. So yeah, I sure did that. But no, I will gather the news while you talk about what you've been playing.
Wow, geez, I'm so happy that I get to talk while nobody's paying attention to me. That's great.
I'm paying attention.
Are you?
I just have to scroll through some shit
Sure.
too.
I never pay attention.
Yeah, I know you don't.
No. Who was that? Who said that?
So,
I'm not gonna be mean to you now. I'm listening. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fuck you, John.
Hey. Okay.
Relax.
Yes, go
relax.
for it.
So I pretty much gave up on Metal Gear after that first credits roll. I got a couple more missions into it, and I was like, I haven't had fun in like 10 missions. I'm gonna stop playing this now. So I'm back. Played a lot more of The Witcher. That game is really ramping up now where I am. Like, I think I'm pretty much at the end of the main story, so I'm hoping to have that beat pretty soon, although I keep getting distracted by side stuff. Other than that, I haven't played a ton of stuff. Last week I kind of talked a little bit about having tried FIFA 16 out. I tried Pro Evolution Soccer out this week. I think that's a better soccer game. For years when I was growing up, there was this big rivalry between the two, and like Pro Evolution was always seen as like the better game, but FIFA had like the official licenses and everything like that. So that's what made it more popular. And then I guess like somewhere like 6-7 years ago, Pro Evolution started to be really like terrible. But like this year's game, I really like it. Like, it's the first time in years that they've put out a good game, and yeah, it just feels faster and smoother, and all around just a more enjoyable, more fun experience than FIFA. I mean, I know like that's kind of the kind of thing where people are either gonna be FIFA people or Pro Evolution people, but anyone who is like thinking about playing either of those, I would say definitely try the demos first. But I really like Pro Evolution this year. I will probably pick that up at some point properly, maybe when the price drops a bit, because there are 2 games out next week that I think I'm gonna be picking up. One for sure, and I think we got a code coming for one maybe. So that's like two reviews coming in the next week or two.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's about it for me. Didn't play much other than that stuff. What have you been playing, John?
I just finished Undertale. I can talk more about Undertale. I think everyone should play that game.
Yeah, I really want to try that.
That game quickly went from, oh, I really dig this game, to straight up maybe my favorite game this year. Like, holy cow. I finished that game like lightly dabbing tears from my eyes, like
what, your handkerchief?
Yeah. my handkerchief that I keep in my breast pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, John is a Southern gentleman, and he
yes.
He has to.
Oh my!
Yes.
Perspiration has formed in my eyes. I do
Mr.
declare.
Beauregard, I do declare.
Also, he's a woman. Apparently, he's an old debutante woman.
He's wearing a bell dress and everything. Someone draw that.
What?
That was not a request. That was an order.
Oh God! All right. Well, sure. Go right ahead.
It sounds like John has the vapors.
Yeah, I have the fucking. I have the vapors where I'm vaping.
Fuck.
Storm.
God damn it.
Light your
I hate
e-cig,
this
John.
website. Jesus Christ.
But no, Undertale's one of those games where I like.
What is it?
Okay,
Before
I explained it last week, but I'll explain it for you again.
I wasn't here last week.
Yeah, maybe you should pay more attention, motherfucker.
I listened last week and I fucking edited that dumb video. So maybe this is for, I don't know, people who listen.
Okay.
Stop tearing this family apart.
Shut up, John.
That wasn't John.
All right, no, I'm just gonna.
I was just telling John to shut up in general.
I'm gonna retract into my bell dress and weep for a little while.
Draw that.
Yeah, draw that. Draw me in like a turtle shell of a bell dress, crying. Go right ahead. But no, Undertale is an RPG. If you have if you've ever played or seen footage of Earthbound, it's kind of like that. But a better game to compare it to, or games to compare it to, would be they're obscure RPG Maker games like Yume Nikki, Off, Space Funeral, like smaller games like that, where you're just this character and you're interacting with this environment, and the environment has this just strange flair, and it has this quirky sense of humor, and it's it's really interesting. Like I played through it, and so did Ryan and Kay. And after playing through the game, we both just, or all three of us just like geeked out about it. Just how
you guys
excited
wouldn't
we were.
shut up about it.
Yeah, we were excited because we wanted to just experience it. But the main hook of the game is that you don't have to kill any enemies.
Where's the fun in that?
Well, that's kind of the point of the game, because you can defeat enemies here and there if you want to, or you could do a pure pacifist run, which is what I did, and I think that's also what Ryan and Kay did. I think all three of us did pacifist runs, because you have to do a pure pacifist run to get to the true ending. And then there's also a genocide run, which is you have to kill every single thing you run into. But I haven't done that, and that's it's strangely enough, a genocide run is supposed to be the hardest run to do. So if you actually kill everything, that is the most difficult version of the game. But it's genuinely charming and fun, and just all the different characters are so memorable. Like, there aren't that many characters, but each character is just fantastic. There's there's two skeletons who are brothers, and they just like saying puns and fucking with each other. There's a lady in a suit of armor that chases after you and throws spears at you, and I don't want to ruin anything about her because she's super cool. There's a nerdy dinosaur scientist who is obsessed with anime. It's just like really dumb shit that I feel like when I'm describing it, it doesn't sound like it would work, because it seems just like kind of like a little like too random, and like that the characters wouldn't fit together properly, but they end up fitting really well, and just seeing these characters interact and befriending them by doing the pacifist route is so rewarding, because you really get to know these characters, and you really get to know this world as you interact with everyone, and you know not really defeat them, but just convince them to not hurt you anymore, basically. It's just super interesting, and I love the sense of humor and the art style, and it's also genuinely creepy in a lot of points. Like, I won't spoil exactly what it is, but the first final boss is like, I called it Gygus 2. If you know the ending of Earthbound, like how horrifying the final boss is of Earthbound, Undertale's boss is just as, if not more, unnerving. It's really interesting. And yeah, there are multiple final bosses, because, like I said, it depends on what run you're doing, and you have to replay the game, or not really replay it, but you have to like go back into your save file a couple of times to do different things to get like different endings. It's fantastic. I heartily recommend it.
Let me ask you something, John.
Go for it. Sure.
This game, I've noticed, has picked up a lot of, like, not a massive following, but a lot of people that I know are talking a lot about this game in the same fashion that you are. Sure, and I've even seen a lot of fan art of the characters and like a lot of quotes and everything. How often do we get to see games made by one or few people reach this point, and like how often do we get ensemble casts like this that are this memorable from such small games?
I don't think I've ever seen a game that was made by, because it's I actually found out, I mean, after the because I watched the credits that it wasn't completely made by Toby Fox. Some of the art was done by a couple of other people, and like he obviously got some help, but this was pretty much just his thing. But no, just I can't really think of any game that had such a strong cast that was made by such a small group of people. I think the interesting thing to note is that this game is like I mentioned Earthbound, but I have read that Toby Fox was also inspired by not Persona, but like the original Shin Megami Tensei games, and you can kind of pick that up just based on like the menus, how those original like NES SMT games looked. The menus are a little similar. Toby, obviously, I mentioned this last episode, but he did music for Homestuck, and there's a lot of Homestuck influence in this too, and not in a bad way. Like Homestuck has, gotten a pretty bad reputation these days, and I don't think that's too far off. But I mean, back when Homestuck was good, that was
back when it was good.
Yeah.
All right, we can disagree, but like there were some good bits to that comic, and like if you pick the good bits out of that and mix it with Earthbound and some other like interesting RPG elements, that's pretty much what Undertale is, and I really dig it.
You guys hyped it a lot up in chat, so I'm interested to. The demo's free. I forget. I think it's on his website. So I'm interested in at least checking it out and seeing if it strikes the same chord.
Yeah, Undertale.com. You can get the demo. The demo is just straight up the first like section of the game. Like I don't think it changed much at all.
If I played through it once, like just the game, I didn't go back and get the true ending. If I just played through it, how long is that game?
I mean, it took me a little while because I failed boss fights here and there.
Mm-hmm. If I was good at the game, let's say.
Maybe like 5 hours, 6 hours, maybe.
Okay.
It's not long. Yeah.
How much is it?
$10.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty cheap.
Yeah. No, I'm really happy with that game. Just like the little moments in there that stand out. Oh my goodness! Like, I mean, Ryan and Kay and I were just talking about characters we dug because like we ended up really liking a couple of characters and their songs stuck out to us, and like finding out because I don't think I'm ever gonna do a genocide run, but like looking up like, oh, this happens in this run, holy shit. Like this song plays here. Oh my god! Like just the fact that like you learn about an event or you see an event and you start listening to a song from the OST. You're just like, oh my goodness! I remember when this happened, or wow, this played when this crazy thing happened. Like I think that says a lot about how strong, both how strong the storytelling and how strong the OST the score is when both of those things can elicit such strong feelings.
Sure. I don't know. So games like that, especially the art style, I'm always suspicious of. Especially when people go crazy over them. It's like, all right, we'll see.
The one thing I don't like about games like this, which is what I talked about earlier, is where everyone is posting everything about it. And I don't give a shit about spoilers, ever. I actually like spoiling things for myself. But also, to a degree, let me experience the game myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, there can very much be ruining a game and not necessarily spoiling it.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone's ruined it yet. I think people have kind of oversaturated, and I guess that's just the corner that I've chosen in Twitter and elsewhere. But like, to a degree, I kind of it forced me to eventually download the game, But to a degree, I want to kind of just shut that all out and let it happen to me.
The game is very much I don't think Toby did it on purpose. Maybe he did just because these are the kind of people that would pay attention to this game. But it very much is becoming like a fandom thing, like an Avatar: The Last Airbender, or like I said, like a Homestuck or something like that, where there are extremely loud, very excitable fans of this thing that just rip it to shreds, basically.
I never like that. Like if you miss the boat on that kind of stuff, it can get really not annoying. I won't even say annoying. I'll just say it gets grating. It's just after a while, it's like, okay, you have hyped this up. You are ruining this game for anybody else and then you get angry at them when they just shrug their shoulders at it. Like, okay, cool, that's all right. Like, you can't do that. That's what happened with Metal Gear. Like, fucking everybody would be like, oh, you haven't played Metal Gear? I remember growing up and people would ask me that. And I'm like, no, I don't have a PlayStation yet. And they'd be like, oh, you have to play it. It's great. And I play it now, and it's like, yeah, Metal Gear 2 sure is fine.
Yeah, Metal Gear's fandom is like the opposite of your more standard internet like excitable fandom.
Yeah,
Metal Gear's is more just like a bunch of dudes being pissed when people don't think that Metal Gear is this like holy beauty.
You just described every fandom ever.
I was gonna say that sounds pretty par for the course.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's more just
you
like
don't understand
how they carry themselves. Where like with Metal Gear fans, they treat it as this like serious like Bible to live your life, and then like stuff like I don't know, this kind of stuff that you would find on Tumblr is more just like, oh, I'm so excited for all these characters and I want them to kiss.
I mean, sure, but
Undertale is very much the second one.
But that stuff that's because Undertale is new. Like, fandom stuff can get real bad real quick.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not saying that it's not going to eventually. Like, I hope it doesn't get bad. Like, I don't think Undertale is going to, because there's not really enough ammo for something to get bad. I don't think, because the game.
I mean, what's that cartoon where it's the older guy and the kid, they time travel a lot?
Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that show's good. But the number of people who just constantly tell you, oh, you have to see it. You have to see it. It gets to the point where, like, I don't want to fucking see it now because that just makes you happier than it makes me. And so, that, like, I'm not saying that's what Undertale is, but I am seeing enough of it to where, like, boy, if this goes on for another week, I'm going to have to, like, just never play this game because I don't fucking, like, even if I play it, it'll never live up to this unearthly hype that's built around it.
That's a real bummer because I do.
It's the internet.
Yeah,
like,
I do think
what the internet does.
I do think Undertale deserves the praise that it's getting, but if people just don't shut the fuck up about it for like another couple weeks, then I'll be like, all right, guys, it was a 5-hour long game. Let's move on. Let's find something new. You know,
I don't necessarily want people to shut up about it. You know, you are excited about a game to this degree. I will let you have that. I just kind of want to turn my eyes away from it and let myself get into it to whatever degree I find I enjoy it, which is how I got into any other game series that I like. You know, I want to give myself the opportunity, but also I want to say, if you are a huge fan of this game and you are just absolutely tearing up the fanfic and just lemons left and right, more power to you.
All right.
But, you know.
Devin's official stance on Undertale porn is go nuts.
Yeah. Tear up the lemons.
Tear up the lemons.
Do people still use that term?
Apparently.
I've heard it a couple times.
Devin
recently.
just did. So.
Yeah.
And I've never even done fanfic or anything like that.
I'm gonna be the one who writes the quote this time. Here we go. I'm gonna write this on Twitter. Quote.
No, don't.
Go ahead.
I'm glad you're live podcasting this.
Tear up the lemons.
I have a career.
God,
to
I
think
can't
about,
wait
John.
to try and edit those fucking keys clacking out.
Well, that's why I was talking out loud, so that way the keys clacking is like,
competing with his own voice.
Yeah, great.
It's part of the joke.
Thanks, Mono. Please don't actually put that. People will actually follow me on Twitter.
Well, great. Now the keys clacking isn't funny.
Oh,
It was never funny, John.
How funny is completely torpedoing my chances at getting farther in life?
Pretty hilarious.
Pretty funny. Yeah, I know.
It's not funny. I apologize.
I don't know. It's kind of funny to me because I do it to myself constantly.
I'm not trying to ruin your career. I'm just.
You're not.
I mean, you did hire him on this website. That's a pretty big
true.
step.
Yeah.
You took a huge risk on me, John, and I've,
Oh yeah.
I do my best to not completely
You're fine.
burn things to the ground.
You're fine.
We haven't talked about Waluigi yet, so I'm not destroying anything.
God.
We
We're not
we
going
had that
to.
fight
We're not
last
going
week.
to.
We had that fight
Yeah.
last week.
And
We're
we
not
will
going
have
to.
it until the end of time.
No, there's
God.
no fight.
We need to stop this. Let me talk about the one other game that I played, and then we have to move on to news because holy shit, this is getting long as hell. So Mike, good old Mike Kazamano.
Who?
That asshole at Destructoid who is making videos fighting with Miles Cox.
Oh, okay, Corky.
Yeah, good old Corky.
Yeah.
He has been playing a Yu-Gi-Oh game on PS4 for like the past month and a half. And a couple days ago, I was like, I'm gonna go for it. It's $20. Why not? I downloaded it, and it is so good. Like, it is exactly what you would want out of a trading card game, video game. It's awesome. It's called Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. I think it's on both PS4 and Xbox One. And like I said, it's $20, and there's so much stuff in this game. It's unreal. You get to play through pretty much every major duel in the anime, in every season of the anime. Like, you start out, or you can go through it in pretty much any order. Like, you can, but you could play through the regular Yu-Gi-Oh, or you could do Yu-Gi-Oh GX or 5Ds or whatever other seasons there has been. I haven't paid attention since like the beginning of Yu-Gi-Oh GX, so I wouldn't really know anything.
No one has. Don't worry.
Yeah, but you can play through the stories of all of those different anime, and it's like the way that they frame it is so interesting. They frame it as like a history lesson. They have these robots that sit there and they're like reading the history of Yu-Gi-Oh. They're just like Yugi-Moto did this, and this, and now you get to relive this legendary duel. And it's just Yugi going up against Mako Tsunami, and you get to fight against his fish deck. But it's really cool just that you can use the decks of the characters at the time, or once you beat a character, you can actually press square and you can play as them versus the hero. So, say for example, you play that first duel between Yugi and Kaiba, and like the one where Yugi has Exodia,
Mm-hmm.
you can press square and then you can play as Kaiba, and you basically the goal is like there's no actual goal. You can win whoever you want, but it's just like now you have the blue eyes and you're trying to beat Yugi before he draws Exodia, and it's so cool. There's full on online play. I don't think there's anyone really playing online, but I guess if you end up buying this game, message me or Mike Kazamano, and we'll get online.
This sounds like a game I would enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. They have you can build your own decks. You win cards by finishing duels, and most of the time they're cards that character would have. Like if you beat My Valentine, you get a couple of like Harpy Lady cards.
Yeah, that's pretty standard in that series.
But you can also buy booster packs, and you get. There's no like actual like there's DLC that you can pay for, but all the in-game purchasing is just like with duelist points, and you just get those by finishing.
Oh, you mean DPs?
Sure.
No microtransactions.
Yeah, there's no actual microtransactions.
Okay.
There is DLC,
Okay.
and it's weird because the DLC seems to be some extra levels, and I guess extra decks. And if you buy all the DLC and the main game, it equals $60. So I feel like this is like it's strange because the $20 game has enough content where I feel like it's a good enough value that you don't really have to spend any more money. But it's weird that like they probably could have just released this as a $60 game with all that stuff built into it, and it would have been fine. It's kind of weird, but whatever.
I think they're kind of making it to where if you are not going to completely consume everything about Yu-Gi-Oh, you have that option to kind of go in halfway.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like.
Yeah.
And a lot of what you're talking about with the legacy and the being able to play both sides, that sounds a lot like that Hajime no Ippo game that came out on PS3, to where it goes along that original anime history and it does all the matches and everything. And then once you beat it, you unlock a mode to where you play Ippo's opponents, which is really fascinating because the way that they do boxing in that game, it's a lot like monsters fighting. But I kind of want to check this out because I remember renting those old Yu-Gi-Oh games on like Xbox, like original Xbox, and not particularly liking them because I don't think it had this much structure and like reverence. Not reverence, but kind of.
I think reverence is a good term for that. Yeah.
Okay.
That definitely fits. I mean, it's all like you just mentioned that Hajime no Ippo game, and it like I just remember that the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fighting game that just came out. Or that came out on PS3, pretty much the same thing. The story mode was you going through all the different like big fights in JoJo, and then there was also a swap where you could play as the villains. I just remembered that. So yeah, they have basically the same thing. Like I guess that's something that anime games are doing recently, and I think that's a really smart way to handle story modes. Just be like, hey, remember the big parts of these animes? Now you can play them, and also you can play as the bad guys. Like, I think that's a cool way to do it.
Yeah, that Z Fighters game that just came out also kind of did that, to where it's like you were inserted into the famous battles of Dragon Ball Z. You know, cool. So I think that is kind of a thing. It's probably been going on for a lot longer than this generation, but I'm noticing a cropping of that kind of style going up.
Yeah, they the other thing that they have is they have a what's it called? The deck drafting. We talked about it a little while ago, Michael.
Booster drafts.
Booster drafts. Where you go into like whenever a new set comes out for like Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic the Gathering or something, they'll usually have like a special night where you go in and you just buy a big box of cards and you build your deck from that. Mm-hmm. You can do that in this game.
That's sort of how it's structured, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a little different, but you spend a certain number of duelist points and you just can build a deck out of a random selection of boosters that they give you. Like that's really cool that they put something like that in this game.
Yeah. It's a real good way if you've never played the game before and this is just all you've ever played. It's a good way to understand like how to make a good deck out of just random cards.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely recommend that if you're interested in Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I have a lot of nostalgia for those old Yu-Gi-Oh games on GBA, and this is the next step from that.
It sounds cool.
It is. It's
really cool. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in years, but I might look into that.
I mean, you're gonna have to kind of get used to some of the newer, like when you get to the newer animes, there's some new cards that you're gonna have to get used to, like pendulum cards and XYZ cards. I don't know what the fuck those are, but I'm gonna find out.
I have no idea.
Pendulum is real new. So. Pendulum just came out.
Yeah, they tutorialize you though, so it'll be fine. All right, let's move on to news because this is long as shit already. We need to get through this quick. I'm just gonna read news that is actually interesting. I'm gonna press the X button on talking about Dead or Alive Extreme 3 with PlayStation VR support because we don't need to talk about that because it'll just be us crying. A lot of delays and stuff recently.
Yep.
Good.
So here, I'm just gonna get started. A leaked announcement for a BioShock collection was posted on a South African retailer. This is supposed to have pretty much every single BioShock thing in it, like BioShock 1, 2, Infinite, and all the DLC. And the reason why people are believing this is because this is the same retailer that leaked the Mewtwo amiibo. And confirmed the actual release for Europe. Mm-hmm. So this seems legitimate. We're gonna get some sort of BioShock re-release for all the games.
That is not surprising.
No.
John, let me ask you something.
Yo.
Will it include the BioShock 2 multiplayer? Because boy, was that a ride.
I wouldn't know, but honestly, I would kind of doubt that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they would that's something that they could work on. But I don't know. This like I think that would be pretty challenging, like reskinning the multiplayer, and
It would absolutely not be worth it for them. I don't
yeah,
think
I don't
that
think
they
it
have
would.
any impetus because that did not take off at all.
Yeah, yeah, I doubt they would do that. But who knows? We'll see. It hasn't actually been confirmed yet, so we'll see. And that Hitman game that was supposed to air quotes come out in December is now coming out March 2016.
It's still launching like half finished, right? Though, like they're still launching it the same way they were going to originally.
I would equate it to Splatoon, where that's what they're trying to say is that it'll launch and then you'll get content dripping out, new levels and so on, and then when it's all finished, then you can buy the disc. That's the weird part. Is it's download only until it's quote unquote
done,
finished.
Done.
It's a weird way to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I imagine as soon as it's released, that's when you make most of your money.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't know. The thing with Splatoon was that like it launched with its single player campaign and like a good amount of multiplayer stuff already, and then all the stuff that's coming out is for the multiplayer.
I wouldn't say a good amount. I would say enough.
Some,
Yeah. But then like with Hitman, it's all single player stuff. So that's why it's a little strange.
Is it?
Yeah.
Isn't there like a multiplayer component?
I think there's some sort of like semi multiplayer thing where it's like, oh, if you don't get to this guy fast enough, someone else might have already killed him or something like that. I don't know. It's weird. I don't really know much about that. Like the way that they explain that game is really confusing, and I have no idea how it works.
Yeah, they need to be better about that. But their reasoning was that they wanted more content upon release. So I wonder if they looked at like something like Splatoon a couple months ago, or probably E3, and said, let's maybe finish the levels that were going to come out in January and, let's say, February, and just put them in.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you can't do enough in 2 months or 3 months.
Yeah, they just wanted to launch with more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is,
So,
I guess, respectable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And sure, make it a better game. That's fine.
This sounds like a very major company kind of cribbing either from that Splatoon model or kind of from what we've seen with pre-alpha and, I hate to say it, but Steam Greenlight. Like, it seems like they are rolling things out afterwards. This is by no means, like, it doesn't sound like it's a beta or an alpha or anything, but it sounds like they are releasing the game. There is a release date, and then after that, they are continuing to work on it. And it's going to be a very interesting model. If it does very positive things, more power to them. This would be an interesting thing to see. But I really don't want to see companies this big kind of not slacking, but kind of stretching things out.
I would take this over constant DLC. Like,
sure, absolutely.
And there's no way they're cribbing this from Splatoon because Splatoon came out in June. This was going to come out 6 months later. Like, you can't make that decision in that time.
No, absolutely not.
Like, or even if when Splatoon had announced like that's how they were going to release, that was earlier this year. You just can't. Like, business models don't get thrown together like that for games like heavy investments like this. So,
no, this has been years in the running.
Yeah. So I would take this over pre-orders and everything having DLC.
I agree.
Like, I would take, even if, like, because there's no way you're getting rid of DLC, but I would take the Splatoon model or the hey, you get free stuff anyways model versus what we have now.
Yeah.
Because what we have now just punishes poor people. Like, oh, you can't afford an extra $20 after you spent 60? Oh, well, like, thanks.
As long as they stick with it, and as long as it is a good enough schedule and they know exactly what to give and when to give it, because any misstep in this process, and it could possibly be worse than DLC, because with DLC, most companies are smart enough not to make this completely necessary. Like, I think with something like Hitman, it will be kind of bonus stuff and adding in weapons and everything. It kind of sounds like what Mass Effect used to do, and I kind of hate bringing that in because they made that a paid pass. But, you know, if you got the game early on enough, or if you got a new copy, you got a bunch of extra stuff added on as it went along. So this, like I said, I want to watch and see this. I don't know if I will necessarily play the game unless it sounds like just a fantastic Hitman game, which Wasn't the last one pretty okay?
It was decent. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It was okay.
I need slightly better than that to get back into Hitman. You know.
Yeah, I
Sure.
I thought the last one was fine, but like it was missing something to make it great. You know.
Maybe this is that.
Maybe.
All right. Next bit of news here. Y'all are done talking about Hitman.
Yes.
Okay. Sony has confirmed the 1 terabyte PS4 for North America.
And it looks dumb.
It's the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 version, and it's like orange and black, and it looks real bad.
It looks fucking terrible.
Yeah. It's got a big Roman numeral 3 on the top.
Mm-hmm.
And the controller looks like a dog toy.
Yep.
My favorite thing I heard about that was it's perfect for hiding Dorito dust.
Yeah, it looks like this looks like Chester Cheetah's PS3 or PS4.
Oh man, they should make a cool spot game.
Yeah, when
Cool spot game.
Sure, they should make a cool spot game.
Yeah.
Where is Yo Noid 2 for next gen consoles?
That's what we need on our 1 terabyte PS4s, not Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Yo Noid 2 will fill the entire terabyte with content.
Oh.
It'll just be Yo Noid themes, Yo Noid sound effects.
Yeah.
Every time you press a button, it just says Yo Noid.
They're gonna support it for a decade, like Bungie were talking about doing with Destiny.
The expanded Yo Noid lore.
Yeah.
I
And
want
Domino's aren't even involved in it this time. Like it's real weird.
I
And that
want a
guy's
Paul
gonna take
McCartney
over-
Yonoid.
That guy's going to take over another Domino's and kidnap a bunch of people and force them to
No,
make pizza.
it's a real dark story. It follows the Noid after Domino's have dropped him. You know, he's living in like
Squad.
Oslo in like a ghetto somewhere, and he's just like
Damn,
hanging
Norway
out,
dropped.
speaking Norwegian. It's real dark.
But he's still just a dude in the fucking red bunny outfit thing.
Yeah, it's basically like Match Factory Girl, but with the Noid in it. It's gonna.
We've done it. We've
Yeah.
made the greatest game.
For 10 years?
Yeah.
10 years, yeah.
What kind of game is it? Is it like an adventure game? Is it a shooter?
It's
It's
a reskin of Destiny.
It's kind of like Heavy Rain, but like meets Destiny.
And PlayStation VR support, obviously.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
it runs natively on the PlayStation VR. You have to have one. Like
We
And on
actually
the
have
Gizmondo.
yeah,
we
that's
we
pretty
actually have a
weird.
mock-up of the PlayStation VR Noid edition. It's got the red bunny ears on it. We're serious about this, man. This is let's hit up this kind of rush.
Alright, yeah.
It's directed
we gotta
by
get,
Werner
we gotta get
Herzog.
on this.
We have to stop. We have to stop.
Yes, please.
Alright, next bit of news before we keep talking about fucking Yo Noid PS4s. Dragon Age Inquisition is going to get a Game of the Year edition.
Yeah,
Sure.
That's like
Good.
that's like a
yeah.
tongue twister. Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year edition. Say that 5 times fast.
Dragon
Oh.
Age Inquisition Game of the Year edition. Dragon Age Inquisition Game
don't
of the Year
actually have to
edition.
do
Yeah,
that.
okay.
I'm really glad they're making this because I kind of missed the original edition.
Yeah,
so
so did I.
I want to check this out.
Absolutely. It like that game looked really, really awesome, and I've kind of been like hovering over buying it like for the Xbox One ever since I got my Xbox One, but I've kind of been like, oh, do I really want another 80-hour fantasy game right now after The Witcher? But like a Game of the Year edition, I'm absolutely all in on that.
Yeah, it says it will come with all 3 DLC expansions, which are called Jaws of Hakon, The Descent, and Trespasser. And there will also be the full increased customer or character customization options that came with a bunch of other DLC character packs that came out, called The Spoils of Avar, Spoils of the Quinari, and the Deluxe Edition.
I think you made some of those up.
No, those are real.
Okay.
And they're all going to be in the Game of the Year version. So you're going to get the entire full Dragon Age Inquisition package right there. Yeah, so if you're interested in that, go right ahead. The Yokai Watch anime is going to be out before the game, so if you want to figure out what Yokai Watch is, check out Disney XD next month, starting October 5th at 5 p.m.
It's coming out on Disney XD.
Disney XD has been
anime.
Yeah, they've been getting a lot of anime.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't have cable and probably never will ever again, but that's kind of crazy to think about.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
wasn't Disney XD Fox Kids, or I don't know if it's the same as it as it is here. Over here it was, so okay. It's
maybe by the time it comes over to European channels, it's probably all lumped together. But
yeah,
I remember that being launched as kind of a bonus Disney channel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like preteen focused stuff.
Yeah, I remember it being Fox Kids, and then it was like something else, and now it's Disney XD or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, Disney XD used to just show like reruns of like DuckTales and shit like that.
Okay.
It still does every now and again.
But now it's I think that's where Gravity Falls is on. It's on Disney XD now, which is kind of crazy because Gravity Falls is like a big thing, and they put that on like a side channel.
Okay.
But to them, it's not a side channel though.
Yeah. It is. Well, at least that's what I thought when they moved it. But now it's Disney XD seems to be like this very legitimate channel where they're putting like a lot of big shows and a lot of anime. Like I think
it's a lot of their cartoons, and the regular one is all their stupid real life crap.
Yeah, like I think they're showing a Doraemon anime on Disney XD. Yeah,
Doraemon. Wow.
Yeah, like they like dubbed it. I mean, obviously dubbed because kids won't watch subtitles shit. But like it's so weird that there is a Doraemon anime in America on a Disney channel.
Is Doraemon voiced by the same dude who did Monokuma over here in English too?
That would be pretty good, but I don't think so. Oh. That would be a good little in reference there, but I might check out the Yokai Watch anime in some fashion because I've heard it's pretty good, and I mean it's level 5. Level 5 does good animation at least, and I mean I'm really interested in Yokai Watch, so we'll see. There was some stuff has been going on with voice actors recently. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about what's going on there. There was a hashtag recently called #Performance Matters, and the union that represents voice actors, SAG-AFTRA, they are considering a strike right now. They recently voted on it, and a lot of people were voting yes. I think one of the people that are heading it, I think it's Steve Bloom, is almost in charge of this. But they're not getting paid as well as most other actors, and I think and to be fair, I think voice actors definitely deserve to be paid for their work. So this might be an issue for game creation if these voice actors go on strike, but hopefully if they do end up going on strike, that they get what they deserve and get their pay raised.
Yeah, so what they're looking for, if I've read correctly, is residuals based off of performance. Yeah. And like you were saying, it's Steve Bloom, it's a lot of the bigger names, Yuri Lowenthal has been active on it. It's a lot of the names that are so big, you'd be surprised that they have trouble with pay. Yeah. But what a lot of people have been kind of going back and forth on is residuals really the model that you want to go for, or is it just time to reconsider contracts and rates? Because going off of residuals for something like a movie or a video game is a major gamble, because even if you signed on with a huge game, there's always the chance that it won't sell, and then you are not necessarily getting a bigger check out of that.
Or even, I know movies do this all the time where they will create shell companies, and those companies will then produce the movies, and they will mess around with how much they actually claim a movie makes, so that a movie can go out, make a ton of money, but for tax purposes, it may make none, or they may report it as making no money. And then that means if you got paid less, but hoping that you would get a portion of the residuals, and that they can say, well, this movie didn't make money. We don't have to pay you a thing. So there's some really disgusting stuff that companies have done before to avoid paying residuals or taxes on high-earning movies.
And I hope that game studios do not take to these kind of methods. It is their prerogative to make as much money as they can off of a game, but they should also have some sort of responsibility to make sure that the people that are very crucial to making these games and making them a good experience, making sure they are covered,
Absolutely.
Because it's gotten to a breaking point to where people are going to a vote and possibly striking. That means something does have to change. I want to see a couple of different models offered before they really move on things. But I completely understand them wanting to reform, and I suppose I 100% support them in this effort.
Well, speaking of voice acting, voice actor let loose a little leak here. The voice actors for Anya from Wolfenstein: The New Order told a Polish TV show that they are working on a sequel and that it will take roughly 2 years. So
that seems about right.
Yeah.
That seems about right, and B, that also seems about right on a story standpoint, because I don't want to spoil exactly what goes down in Wolfenstein: The New Order, but
Hitler dies.
Sure. Anya being the main character of a sequel would both be really cool and would fit perfectly well in with the story.
She didn't confirm she would be a main character.
I'm just saying.
She said she was in it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Big
it'd be cool.
difference.
I'm just saying it'd be cool.
I bet she isn't.
You don't think so?
No.
All right. I want to hope.
Yeah, that'd be great, but no.
They will possibly find some other dude bro marine guy to fill that slot. But
J.B. Blutzkowitz.
There you go. Nailed it.
Duke Nukem.
There you go.
I'd play that.
Go.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to see Duke Nukem fight the Nazis and see what he has to say about that.
I mean, I just want to see Duke Nukem do anything at this point,
Yeah, what are you talking about? Duke Nukem shaving in the morning.
Yeah.
Blow it out your ass, Hitler. I'm gonna put my ass on your mustache. Heil this, and then he flips him off. I don't know.
Yeah, heil this. Heil this.
Wow. Oh God.
See that one actually sounds like something that will happen. That is 100% what would happen if Duke Nukem fought Hitler. Is he would just say Heil this and flip him off, and then shoot him in the face or something.
I think that is a given in this completely theoretical, hopefully not going to ever happen game.
This game real. Pitch that we are writing, we finished the Noid pitch. Now we're moving on to Duke Nukem versus the Nazis.
This sounds like a good spin-off podcast.
Ruining video games one at a time.
Yeah, we're ruining lives. That's what we're actually doing. But no, I'm excited. I'm interested in another one of those games because the New Order was fantastic. That was a very good game.
Yes.
And I haven't played the Old Blood yet. That is something I need to get around to doing. But yeah, New Order, awesome. I definitely recommend it to anyone who like not even if you don't really like first-person shooters. It is just such a tight, well-controlled game, and it the story is for what it's worth, for what it is a great story. So yeah, I'm completely down for a new Wolfenstein by Machine Games. Our next batch of Games with Gold games got confirmed. Do we know what the PS Plus games are? Did they announce those?
No, they're weird about those.
Yeah.
They'll announce those like the day before, the day of.
All right, we'll talk about that next week then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But for next month's Games with Gold, on Xbox One, the whole month of October, you can get Valiant Hearts: The Great War.
Nice. I still have not played that.
And from October 16th to November 15th, you can get the whole first season of The Walking Dead.
Nice. I only played the first chapter of that.
That's a real.
That's
really great.
And on 360, from October 1st to the 15th, you can get Ground Zeroes. and from the 16th to the 31st, it's The Walking Dead.
Nice. That's
So,
pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It looks like Assassin's Creed Black Flag is going to be free on PS Plus. That's the news that's going around. They haven't announced it officially, but like there's an advertisement going around supposedly that has that on it. So
okay,
that's okay.
Yeah,
we'll see. I haven't played that yet. So all right,
you should. It's fine. It's the last decent Assassin's Creed game, and possibly the last one ever.
All right. So remember a couple months ago when they announced that Miku was going to be in Persona 4 Dancing All Night, and everyone was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, all of us in the United States are going to be able to play as Miku in P4D. They confirmed that Miku will be out on October 20th, and it'll be $5, and she'll come with her new track where she sings Heaven. That sounds terrifying. I'm so excited for Miku.
That's probably about the only song she could do for that soundtrack. That or like the Anka ballad that plays.
Sure.
Like, it'd be really hard to make Vocaloid technology around most of that soundtrack. But, you know, people will like this, obviously. And if I had any interest in playing this game, you know, I'd pick it up.
I mean, yeah, they already confirmed that all the other DLC will be out, like the Dachi and Marie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Venus of Milo Kanji, is that confirmed?
I think they confirmed all the costumes too. So there you go. You can.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
I believe there's like some costume pack that's going to be free for the first week. I think, or maybe the first month. I can't remember.
There's a whole huge chart that I saw recently that was explaining everything, and I was just like, okay, I won't be getting any of this.
Just pick and choose, and if it's free for a limited amount of time, even if you're not going to get the game, just go into the PSN store, download it, and it'll be there when you eventually buy the game. Because I did that with Persona 4 Ultimax. Like, I didn't buy that game at launch, but like I think Adachi was free for the first week, and so I was just like, all right, I'm going to download Adachi, and then he'll just sit on my PS3 until I get the game, like, in 3 months.
And I think any sort of, not even a pre-order, I think any sort of pre-download came with either Marie or Margaret.
Margaret was the only one I paid for, so it had to have been Marie.
Yeah, I think she was an early or like not early access, but she was you could pick her up for free too.
Yeah, I Margaret was the only one I paid for in Ultimax.
Yeah, I paid for her too eventually.
And I never played as her. I bought her so the character select screen would be full. And I was just like, well, I play as Teddy in this game, so he's already in the game. I'm good.
Yeah, I didn't have any worries about my mains being in that game. I played Narukami and GA, so I was already set.
Yeah. Our last bit of news is something near and dear to my heart. So, I wanted to save it for last. I hope you all remember how great it was when Misadventures of Tron came out on PSN, and I was still like, oh, they're not going to put Mega Man Legends out though because of these reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if I actually listened to the reasons. I'll talk about it though. But Mega Man Legends is finally coming to PSN. This is something that supposedly has been in the works for around 5 years. But it's coming out on the 29th, which is a couple days from now. And it'll be $10 for PS3 or Vita. So I'll just talk about why this was supposedly tricky. There were a couple of reasons. First off, the voice actors for the Bonds, their contracts supposedly expired, and that was a big reason why it was difficult to get the games back out. But the reason why it was confusing was because they put out the Tron Bond game before Mega Man Legends. That's why everyone was kind of like, "Why? I wonder why it was a problem for the Bonds then. Like, why were they able to do that and not Mega Man Legends?" So, this was pointed out, I think, on the website Rockman Corner. That the actual reason why it probably took so long for Legends to come out was because there were a couple of advertisements in the game. One of them was for an energy drink that you would get if you used a vending machine, and the other one was for an animation school in one of the towns. So they must have removed the advertisements from the original PlayStation version of the game somehow, or they somehow like uploaded the PSP version of the game, and that's what you play on PSN because the PSP version doesn't have it. They did something, but I mean, we don't know if that's what they did. Like maybe those ads are still in there and they just don't care anymore. Like we'll find out next week. But that now Mega Man Legends will be available, and I'm gonna guess Legends 2 won't be far along because there's no reason why Legends 2 has any problems if both Tron Bonne and Legends 1 are out. It's probably just because they didn't want to put 2 out before 1.
This is good and great because all of this concept business that's happening, they're like, you guys want to put out a Mega Man Legends game? Okay, look what we've got.
We have the actual
we have Mega
ones.
Man Legends.
We have the real ones and the ones that are actually good and aren't just terrible, cheap imitators.
It's like somebody's trying to sell you a house that's actively on fire, and then somebody's like, "Oh, here's the house you actually wanted." Like, oh, thanks, man.
It's already burnt down, so you know, there's no crying.
There's like a hobo peeing on the ashes. You're like, I guess I don't want to buy this anymore. Boo.
I'm cutting that joke.
I don't blame you. But no, I the one thing I hope is that you can use the analog stick for Mega Man Legends 1, because the main reason why that first game is, I wouldn't say difficult, but just like hard to recommend, is that that game came out before you could use the analog stick on PS1 games. So just doing this like action-oriented, like tightly controlled game with the D-pad, it fucks up your fingers. And so yeah, I hope that you can at least remap it to the analog stick somehow. So if you can, that game is awesome.
Pretty sure the PS4 allows remapping, doesn't it?
PS3.
Oh.
But, if you can. I know the Vita does, so maybe you should just play it on the Vita.
Always sound advice.
Or just wait until John tells you what to do.
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna, because I already own both Legends games for PS1 on disc, so I don't know if I'll. Maybe I should buy it just to show Capcom that I care. I'll be one of those guys.
Yeah.
You'll prove something with your dollars.
I guess so.
You won't. You actually won't.
Yeah, that's not going to prove anything, but you know, I'll put my copy of Mega Man Legends in a box somewhere so it doesn't accidentally blow up. And then I'll just play the PS3 version. I'll just play it on my Vita. There you go. I'll spend the $10 so I can play it portable. There you go.
That was a whole like internal drama inside your head that we got to witness. No, I won't get it. I already own it. Okay, maybe I will get it on my Vita. Yeah.
Yeah, that was me this like legitimizing spending $10 right there. There you go. That's what goes through my head every time I spend money on anything. It's like, no, I'm not going to do it. But what if it's okay?
And that's how you own so many amiibos.
Yes.
Oh, can we not fucking talk about amiibos again? Oh,
we almost made it. All right,
You're welcome.
Let's move on to questions. Who wants to read the questions? Michael, you got it?
I've got them pulled up.
Okay.
You can send us questions at podcast@videogamechoochoo.com, or you can go to videogamechoochoo something tumblr/ask.
Did you look at the email already?
Yeah, I already did.
Okay. All right, yeah, no, it's videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask.
That was close.
Yes.
We have 2 questions. Hold on, let me refresh the page. We have 2 questions. They're both from Anonymous. The first question is, if Chooch were suddenly transformed into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, who would be who?
Mike Kazumano would be Krang.
Nailed it.
Just the body, not the actual brain.
Yeah. No, well, I was going to say Will Westwater would be the body, and
I was going to say he'd be Casey, dude. He seems more like a Casey.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That's about all.
I don't think any of us are cool enough to be Casey.
No.
Yeah.
I would like to fight for the right to be Michelangelo.
My name is actually Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we just focus on who's in the podcast right now? Us four.
Sure.
Okay.
Turtles.
Let's narrow it to this.
Just to make it easier.
Yeah.
We're four rat
Cowabunga.
dudes.
I always say cowabunga.
Mm-hmm.
You do? Well,
Yeah.
Shit. I got nothing on that.
I really like pizza.
I would
Do you like the disgusting pizza that Michelangelo eats though? I watched a video.
Cinemassacre?
I watched a Cinemassacre video of them eating all the different kinds of pizza that Michelangelo talks about, and it was one of the grossest things I've ever seen.
Like clam juice?
Yeah, there was one that was just like marshmallows and anchovies.
Oh, yeah.
There
were like gross. One or two good ones where it's like, that actually sounds good.
Because it was like pepperoni and marshmallows, and it's like, all right, it would just taste a little sweet. Like, who cares? But there was like the ones that were just like anchovies and hot peppers and lasagna or whatever the fuck. Like they were just like piling gross shit onto this poor pizza.
A lot of fudge.
Yeah. Oof.
So
none of that sounded good.
I think I have this figured out.
Okay, go for it, Devin.
I'm gonna say, John, you are a clear Leonardo. You are our leader.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the moral rights to you.
Absolutely.
Sure. I'm gonna say Niall is our Donatello.
All right.
He is our tech guy. He's he does machines.
Sure.
Michael, I'll give you Michelangelo.
Wow. Hey.
Michael, I'll give you Michelangelo because you are our wild card, obviously. And then I suppose that would make me Raphael, the clearly hot-headed one.
Are you pissy, Devin?
Sure.
Are you pissed?
You asked if I'm pissing. I normally do that before the podcast.
I said pissy, not pissing.
Oh, my favorite game did just get delayed 6 months, so I'm feeling pretty Raphael right now.
Okay. All right. Persona 5 has shifted you from Michelangelo to Raphael.
The classic psychology scale of the four humors,
That makes no sense. What the fuck did you just say?
No, you know about the Greek four humors, right?
Yeah, but still.
That was kind of a firing of a synapse.
Oh god. Okay.
That's usually how I talk.
All right. Okay.
Next question.
Oh my god.
So there you go.
Nailed it.
All
nailed
four
it.
of us.
I nailed it.
Ninja Turtles.
You did it, Devin.
Next question, also from Anonymous, asks, 2015 has shaped up to be a great year for games, and now 2016 has had enough games delayed to it to possibly be better. Are we seeing something special, or will we all be terribly disappointed? Or will we all be terribly disappointed?
So is this just asking, do we think that 2016 is going to be good? Basically.
I think it's asking, is the delay worth it? And from what I've seen so far, from what got delayed to this year, I think most of it has paid off. And I think the companies that are delaying a little bit more are going to bring possibly better products. Most of them are going to be smart enough to bring a better product. And it's going to be a lot like 2015 as well, because we're going to be getting games out in January and March and in the middle of the fucking summer. Which is such a new thing. We're used to that huge crunch in the middle of October, November, which we're still getting to a degree, but I think we are getting enough stratified and enough delayed, just enough to where we're possibly going to be getting a lot of good games throughout the year again.
Yeah, I mean, like Q1 next year already has, tons of stuff coming out. You've got The Witness, you've got Amplitude, you've got Mirror's Edge, Deus Ex, Unravel, and that's just like in the first couple of months.
Yeah.
And there's more than that as well. So there's gonna be a lot coming out. It could be a really great year. It's obviously a little, early to say definitively until we actually get that stuff in our hands, but I think it's shaping up to be really good. XCOM 2 coming out February. Uncharted 4 is set for March. Street Fighter 5 is set for March,
Do you think 2016 will have the opposite effect of 2015, where we thought nothing was going to come of this year, and then suddenly there was stuff, and then now we're going to go to 2016, and then all of it will be bad?
I hope
nothing,
not.
Or everything will end in June, and then there'll just be nothing?
No, there is still the things that are promised for that season coming out. There's going to be the yearly iterations, but there's also going to be. I'm sure someone has the list up right now. There's going to be a lot of those. Yeah, there's still going to be a lot of October, November holiday stuff. Obviously, like they're never going to take that away. There's too much
Gears
impetus.
of War.
Oh
Gravity
boy.
Rush 2.
Yeah, big sales.
Yeah, Gears
Zelda.
of War 4, Dishonored 2, Doom, Dead Island 2, Hyper Light Drifter.
There's still some good stuff in there.
No,
Mafia
Dead
3.
Island 2. You can remove Dead Island 2.
Metro Prime
comes out
Federation
next year.
Force.
All right.
Oh,
all right.
yeah.
That's enough.
Mighty Number 9.
2016 is gonna suck.
Quality's going up and up.
Plants
Mighty
vs.
Number
Zombies
9.
Garden Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Why is that getting it? Okay, sure, that was kind of an interesting idea, but
Yeah, whatever.
Battleborn.
Scalebound might be good.
Recore.
Dark Souls 3.
Star Fox.
Eh.
Tacoma.
Quantum Break.
Last Guardian. There's a
All right.
Hey,
Okay.
Some of those are good.
Yeah.
next
Sounding.
June is Ark Survival Evolved is finally coming out.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
that early access Steam game that everyone plays.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. All right.
Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympics.
Hell yeah.
fuck that game, because a lot of the people that went to that were, if I remember correctly, they worked on something I absolutely loved, and I can't remember it right now. But that research and development team used to put a lot of love into a game series I liked. So fuck that series. It shouldn't exist. And let's end the podcast on that.
Yeah, fuck
Strong
Mario and Sonic.
opinions about the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
About game series I love but can't remember right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. We're going to end this recording, and then I'm going to immediately flip out and remember it. That's how this works.
Mario Party?
No, I think it's Jet Set Radio somehow.
What? No.
No,
what?
no. No, God damn it.
Here,
I-
just here. I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah,
Mario-
let's
Let's
just
do
end
this off. Let's do this off the podcast, though.
I'm googling it.
No, let's figure this out so that way you're not mad and nobody's disappointed.
I'm gonna be mad and disappointed anyway. That's
No,
how
too
I
bad.
work.
I'm always disappointed. I mean,
Okay, you're right. It's the guys. They made Panzer Dragoon and they made Jet Set Radio, Jet Set
Fucking
Radio
A. I
Future,
was fucking right. And they
Gun
don't
Valkyrie.
make an HD remake of Jet Set Radio Future because God is dead.
God is dead, and that's how we end this podcast.
Fuck.
It's true. It's true. Let's end this.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, thanks so much for visiting the site. We had that Ride the Rails up of Undertale. We're going to have another Ride the Rails this week. I have no idea what we're going to do for the week after.
we'll figure something out. I think I kind of have an idea. I gotta find someone to do it with. We'll see.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Sounds good. But yeah, just check the site every day for more content, news, editorial. I don't know what else.
Avoid the Noid.
Reviews.
Avoid the Noid, please.
Pizza.
My God. Okay, you know what? How about this? Let's end the podcast with one more question.
Okay.
What?
One more question.
I don't have any more.
No, I have a question.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Who do you think would win in a fight, Little Caesar or the Noid?
Oh,
God
Little
damn it.
Caesar's
And
got that
no.
spike.
Okay, slow down. One at a
In
time,
this
please.
podcast. In this
I will go ahead and give a
in this
definitive
podcast.
answer. Little Caesar, he's got like a staff at all times, right? You remember that thing?
You're thinking weaponry will give him the upper hand?
I think so. Although, the Noid could have that. He's got that mystery about him.
The
He's-
Noid didn't the Noid have a fucking gun or something?
probably.
I feel like the Noid does a lot of cocaine, and like I feel he'd be really unpredictable in a fight. Whereas I feel like Little Caesar's kind of probably lazy, just kind of sit around eating pizza. Whereas I feel like the Noid would be a lot scrappier, you know.
Are you comparing a
Pizza.
caricature of one of the world's greatest leaders to being lazy and eating pizza constantly?
Yeah.
He's Little Caesar.
Yeah.
He's not actual Caesar.
Yeah.
Okay, it's it's him growing up.
It's
As-
not like young Caesar. It's a small.
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's chibi Caesar. We're talking
Yeah.
like SD Caesar.
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
it's not Little Cease, who was Notorious B.I.G.'s protege.
No, it's not.
No, it's definitely not him.
I kind of wish it was though.
Excuse me. No, I just fucking SD Caesar. I just said that. I just said like super deformed Caesar is Little Caesar. We're talking some fucking chibi shit.
Now
We
I
need to
want
end this
pizza,
podcast.
and I want to kill all three of you. Thanks.
right.
Yay!
And thanks for
I had
listening,
pizza earlier.
everybody.
Fuck you.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Come back next week. I don't know why you would, but see ya.